I think a lot of times people really wonder if you've got an agenda to fill your church or if you'll really be their friend. And that's why I think there's even a shift from, moving from a friendly church atmosphere to actually being a church where you can find friends. Mm-hmm. And being a good friend and being a good listener, being there for people no matter what, is a lot more challenging. But I think if there's any way we're going to break through the lost culture, it's going to be that way right now. So very much MRI, missional, relational, incarnational approach. Just like Jesus. I think, God wants to, work in you just as much as he wants to work through you. If not more, he wants to work in you. He wants to change you. And yeah, he's going to work through you, but that work has to happen first.
Along with me, just so he could kind of see it, because he'd said he'd never been in a prison atmosphere before. So we went in probably 6 months ago. 6 months ago, and we were just going to do a one-time thing. And as talking to the leaders that they're inside leadership, there's a leadership team of about 5 guys, and they just kind of told us both that, man, it'd be nice to have something that was steady. And we looked at each other when we walked out, and he's like, man, I could really see us planting a church in here. And I was like, yeah, I could probably see that too. So I got a hold of the chaplain, and we went back in again like a month later and just kind of pitched it to the leadership in there. And I think June 1st was our first Sunday in there. So we've been going in since June 1st. We have 2 services. One's at 6:30, one's at 7:30. And it's forming into being like a church. I mean, it's crazy. We start with worship, and then one of the leaderships in there shares a quick word, and then I'll get up and speak, and then at the end we'll have prayer for guys and just really challenge them, and to just see the growth in these guys in the short 3 months that we've been there is just amazing. I mean, you got guys that have 25 years left on their sentence, and they're just like, man, I'm going after God with everything that I have and just want to pursue him and let him do what he wants to do in my life. And they're bringing new people with them, and it's just amazing to see what God's doing within the prison system, because these guys really are just one bad choice away from we're being them being right in there with them. You know what I mean? And I was looking at 30 to 60 years in prison, and by the grace of God, got 2 one-year sentences ran concurrent in a county jail instead of prison. And man, that was 2007. And God just began to restore me and do things. So I have a passion to go see guys that are where I used to be, struggling with the same things that I struggled with, and just show them that there's hope and there's life. I did own a business up until a few months ago, and then I felt we have a rehab here in town, a drug and alcohol faith-based rehab called Straight Street. And then we opened one in Greenville. We had a homeless shelter is donating their facility and all their stuff to us so we can have an addiction center in Greenville too, which is north about 25 minutes. So I do that full time. We have in Ionia right now, we have 13 guys that live there right now. And we're just found out today that we raised enough funds to get a bigger building to be able to house 20 guys.